before you know how to name compounds, there are some certain rules that I told you guys that you need to know. Yes, I listed like 7 rules here. Once you know the 7 rules, naming organic compound will be very easy for you, trust me. So the first thing first is to know the rules. Now if you can't see the board clearly, I'm going to read it. The first rule says that the longest chain should be considered. So anytime you're given an organic compound, you first look for the longest chain. You hope you understand. Don't worry, I'll show you. The second rule says that the position of the functional group should be minimal. That means it must the functional group must be on the number of the lowest carbon atom. The number of carbon at the functional group is one must be as small as possible. That's what I'm trying to say. So now number 3 states that the carbon atoms which are not numbered are considered as the subsequent. E.g., I have CH2 which is methyl, I have C2H5 which is ethyl, I have C3H7 which is propyl, and so on and so forth. Number 4 say that compounds with multiple substituents should have prefixes such as di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, and so on and so forth. I hope you understand. So if I have 2 subsequents in an organic compound, I'm going to call it di. I'll put di in front. If I have 3 of that same subsequent, I'll call it tri, and so on and so forth. That was trying to say, don't worry, you understand, just calm down. I just read through it and then I will apply the rules, then you will understand what I'm trying to say. Number 5 says that subsequents should be arranged in alphabetical order. Number 6 here says that the name of the halogen in the compound must always end with O. For example, if you have fluorine in an organic compound as a subsequent of an organic compound, it's going to end with fluoro. If it's chlorine, it's going to end with chloro. If it's iodine, iodo. If it's bromine, bromo. You understand what I'm trying to say? Exactly. So now number 7 says that numbers should be separated with comma. So if I have 2 numbers, for example, now if I'm naming and I have to write 2 numbers together, I'm going to have to put a comma beside them. I hope you understand. Sharp. You are smart. While a number and a letter should be separated with an hyphen, that's a dash. Now calm down. Just pause the video and go through the rules again, or go back and go through the rules again, because I'm going to be solving up like 15 questions here. I hope you are ready. Now let's solve question. They say that name the following compounds. Now I have carbon. You can see it. Although the hydrogen was not shown, I can still use this to name the compound. Now the first thing to do is to number. I'll look for the longest chain. I'll look for the longest chain. So if I decide to go like this, what number of carbon atom am I going to have? I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will have 6 if I go like this. If I go like this, how many will I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no matter how I decide to go, I'll still have 6. So I can decide to use any one. So I decided to go like this. It's still the same thing. Let's go like this. Now, after I've done this, I will number I will number the carbon. So if I number it from left to right, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I number it from right to left, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, which one am I going to use? Since I told you that anyone I did not number is going to be considered at the subsequent. Now listen, I said that the carbon atom which are not numbered are considered as the subsequent. I hope you understand. Exactly. So now this is a subsequent. I hope you understand. So now which way am I going to go? Is it from right to left or from left to right? Now the first I'm not going to consider the subsequent. Now if I go from right to left, that's from this side to this side, the subsequent falls on the second carbon. The subsequent falls on the second carbon. I mean, if I move from right to left, the subsequent falls on the fifth carbon. So which one am I going to go? I'm going to make sure I use the smallest number that a subsequent falls on. So now the smallest number is what? Is 2. So I'm going to move from what? From left to right. Hope you understand? Exactly. So I'll move from left to right. So now, what is the name of this compound? If you are in my organic chemistry class, you will know that this is what? An alkane. Why is it an alkane? Because it has a single bond, right? And now I told you that when a carbon, if I have an organic compound and it has only one carbon atom, the name will start from what? From what? Ferment. That's maintain 2 carbon atom. It's going to start from what? From what? From ethane, 3 carbon atom, that's propane and so on and so forth. So now, how many carbon atom are here? 6. So it's going to end with hexane. Now listen up. So now this has only 1 carbon atom. So the subsequent here is what? Is methyl. This is a methyl because of 1 carbon atom. This is just an example. Actually, you understand? So this is methyl. So the methyl falls on the what? On the second carbon atom. So how am I going to write? I'm going to write 2 methyl. I told you that you separate a number and a word and a letter with what? An hyphen. So I'm going to have 2 methyl. 2 methyl what? How many number of carbon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 methyl what? Hexane. 2 methyl what? Hexane. So this is the name of this what? Compound. This is just an example, a rough sketch, you understand? So now let's move to the main business. Now I have number 2. The first thing I'm going to do in number 2 is what? Is to identify the longest chain. We've not done anything to do, we have a lot of things to do. But the first thing I'm going to do is what? Identify the longest chain. How am I going to do that? I'll move like this. If I decide to go like this, I will have 1, 2, 3. If I decide to go like this, I will have 1, 2, 3. If I just go like 1, 2, 3, anyhow I decide to go, I'll still have 3 carbon atom. So in order not to stress myself, I'll just go straight like this. Exactly, sharp. Now listen to what I want to do. Now the first thing I'm going to do is to number the carbon atom. I'm going to number it. I have 1, 2, 3. That's from left to right. If I number it from right to left, I'll have 1, 2, 3. Now after I've numbered it, you can see that I have a subscript. A subsequent. And it's only one subsequent I have. Now I'm not going to ask myself, what number of carbon does the subsequent fall under, or is the subsequent on top? It's under the second carbon. If I decide to move from left to right or from right to left, it's still on the second carbon, so I'll use the same thing. So now I cannot say this one is what? Since it has 1 carbon atom that is here, this is what? Methyl. I've taught my students in class methyl. Assuming I have 6, 2, 5, it is what? Ethyl. So now this is going to be what? Since it falls on the second carbon atom, it's now going to be what? 2 what? 2 methyl. 2 methyl what? 1, 2, 3. Propane. 2 methyl what? Propane. 2 methyl propane. We've not started anything yet though. Just relax. So in the next one, I have in this number 3, you can see the first thing to do is what? To number them. Or to look for the first, you will look for the what? The longest chain. Exactly. Now if I move like this, that's 1, 2, 3. I'll say I have 1, 2, 3. If I move like this, 1, 2, 3, I can move anyhow I want to. I can move like this. I can move like this. Okay, to make things a little bit interesting, I should move like this. I should move like this to make things interesting. To show you that I can actually move, I'll still get the same answer. If you try like this, you still get the same answer. You understand? So I move like this. I've considered the longest chain, first. So now the next thing I'll do is to number it. If I number it 1, 2, 3, or if I number it from down to up, I'll say I have 1, 2, 3. Now in this case, as you can see, I have 2 subsequent. I did not consider them addition, I did not number them. So I have 2 subsequent. and the two of them are what? Are methyl and methyl. This methyl, this methyl. Now, if you can remember, I told you that compound with what? With multiple subsequent should have prefix di, tri, tetra, penta, and so on and so forth. So in this case, I have what? Two subsequent. It means that his name will start with what? Di. This is methyl to be dimethyl, and the compound name dimethyl. That di. Now, if I decide to count from up to down, from down to up, the two of them will still fall in the second carbon, so I can use any one actually. So now the first methyl falls on the second carbon, the second methyl falls on the second carbon, so I can simply say 2 2 2 2. It means that the 2 methyl falls on the second carbon. 2 2 dimethyl, 2 methyl, 2 2 dimethyl. This 2 2 is showing us the position of the methyl. 2 2 means that the 2 methyl falls on the 2 carbon atom. 2 2 dimethyl what? 1 2 3 propane. 2 2 dimethyl propane. I hope this is clear. This should be clear, right? Exactly. Now let's solve more questions on this. In this question, they say we should name the compound as usual. So now the first thing to do, always know that the first thing you are going to do is to what? Is to look for the longest chain. You understand? So some of you might do something stupid like this and stop here. You go like this and stop here and say this one is a subsequent, this one is a subsequent. That's wrong. You understand? I can decide to move like this or move like this. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So if I decide to move like this, anyhow, if I decide to move like this, you understand? So I'll call this my chain. You understand? So now the first thing I'll do, the next thing I'll do is what? Is to number the carbon. So I'm going to have 1 here, I'll have 2 here, I'll have 3 here, 4 and 5. Right? If I number it like this, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Exactly. Now this one out here is regarded as what? At the subsequent. And the subsequent here is what? Is what? Methyl. Now if I move from left to right, methyl is going to fall on the second carbon. 1 2. But if I move from right to left, methyl will fall on the what? On the fourth carbon. Now I need the smallest number that I can get. So I'm going to move from what? From left to right. It's not every time we move from left to right though. I don't know, the question I'm getting, I'm just moving from left to right. Don't worry, I'm going to see a question that will move like this. To move like this will be correct. Now, so this methyl falls on the second carbon, so it's now going to be 2 methyl, then what's the number of carbon in the shell? That's 5, since it's 5, pentane. 2 methyl pentane. So I'm going to have 2, these 2 methyl means that the methyl O is on the what? Is on the second carbon atom, and I told you that if you separate a number and a letter with what? A dash. I will say here with an hyphen. So I'm going to have 2 methyl what? Pentane. 2 methyl pentane. Right? It's very simple. There's nothing there in IUPAC nomenclature actually. We'll answer some more questions. I hope you know. So now, in this case, I can decide to go like this, right? I'm going to have 1 2 3 4. I can decide to come like this. I'm just going to have 1 2 3 4. But to make things less complicated, I can decide to go like this. You hope you understand, since it's 4 4 4 carbon atom. So if I count from right to left, I'll have 1 2 3 4. If I count left like this, I'll have 1 2 3 4. Exactly. So now, as you can see, I have 2 subsequent here. I have bromine. I told you that if I have bromine, it's going to end with bromo. So I have bromo, and I have what? Methyl. I have bromo, I have methyl as what? As a subsequent. Now, if I move from right to left, from left to right, bromine is going to fall on the second carbon atom, right? 2, while methyl will fall on the second carbon atom, right? But if I move from right to left, case, I should represent bromo as B and methyl as M, so I'll not waste time. Bromine will fall on the what? On the third carbon atom, while methyl will fall also on the third carbon atom. So if I'm moving from left to right, the total number will be, if I add it up, I'm going to have 4. If I'm moving from right to left, I'm going to have 3 plus 3 is 6. So the lowest number is what I'll consider, that's this one. So I'm going to consider from right to left. I understand. So now if I consider from left to right, sorry, I'm going to consider from left to right, that's like this, because it's going to have the smallest number. Anytime you have 2 subsequent, you add up the number of their position. That's if you're moving from left to right, add up the number of their position. If you're moving from right to left, add up the number of their position. The one with the smallest, you should go with that. Up you go. Exactly. So now, in this case, I have bromine, I have what? Methyl. So it means that I'm considering from left to right. That's 2, 2. Now, how am I going to write it? Which one will come first? You know, I'm always going to call out or write the subsequent first. Now, which one am I going to write first? Is it bromo or methyl? If you can remember, I told you that I'm going to write it in alphabetical order. Where I said that subsequent should be written according to the what? To be arranged in what? Alphabetical order. How to understand? So now, from B and M, which one comes first? B. So I'm going to have 2 bromo. 2 bromo means that bromo is on top of what? Second carbon atom. 2 bromo. 2 bromo. 2 methyl. 2 bromo. 2 methyl. 2 bromo. 2 methyl what? 1, 2, 3, 4. The number of carbon here is 4. 2 bromo. 2 methyl what? Butane. So the name of this carbon atom is what, or this organic compound is what? 2 bromo, 2 methyl butane. 2 bromo means that bromine is on top of the second carbon atom. 2 methyl on top of the what? Second carbon atom. Butane. 2 bromo, 2 methyl butane. All this is clear. Now let's solve more questions. Let's continue. Number 6, we're still under IUPAC nomenclature. Now, number 6, how are we going to name it? We are going to consider the longest chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the longest chain here. Like this. This is the longest chain. Yes, this is the longest chain. Sharp. So now, first thing first, I number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And number then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, as usual, this is the word substituent. Exactly, and the substituent there was methyl. Now, if I move from left to right, the methyl will fall on the what? On the third carbon atom. But if I move like this, methyl fall on the fourth carbon atom. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. If I move like this, so which one am I going to use? You should know this by now. The smallest one, that's 3. So the name for this one is going to be what? 3 methyl. 3 methyl. Not other anything though. 3 methyl. How many carbon are there? 6. I've been counting. 3 methyl. What's the way to end with? 3 methyl what? Hexane. Sharp. 3 methyl hexane. Exactly. So now, let's move to the next one. So, how many carbon atoms are here? I'll consider the longest chain. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have anyhow I move, I'm going to have the 4 carbon atoms. But I need to consider chlorine here. So chlorine is just like the unique element here. So I have to any chain I consider, chlorine must be in a carbon that is in the chain. I hope you understand. So if I decide to move like this, it means that chlorine is not attached to the carbon in a chain and it's going to be wrong. To have to consider the chlorine, I can just say that chlorine here is it's a unique, it's going to what help in the naming. So if I decide to move like this, chlorine is not attached to a carbon that is in the chain, so that would be wrong. So chlorine must be attached to a carbon atom that is in the chain. It's going to what determine how you will move. So I'm not going to go like this. Instead, I'll go like this. I hope you understand. So I have something like this. I have something like this. Exactly. I hope you understand. So now I'm not going to number the carbon. If I start from left to right, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Abi? And if I start from right to left, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, as you can see, I have two subsequents there, two substituents. I have methyl is outside and chloro is outside. So I can write it down. I have chloro and I have what? Methyl. Abi? Chloro and methyl. So if I move from left to right, that's from like this to like this, it means that chloro is on top of the what? The fourth carbon atom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Abi, chlorine is going to be on top of the what? Fourth carbon atom. If I move also from left to right, methyl will be on the third carbon atom. Abi, so if I should add their position, I'm going to have what? 7. Abi, exactly. But if I move from right to left, that's like this to like this, chlorine will be on top. See, I just use chlorine as Cl. You know, so chlorine will be on top of the what? On the first carbon atom. While methyl 1, 2 will be on the what? Will be attached to the what? Second carbon atom. Hope you understand. So I'm going to have 2 here for methyl. So if I add it up, I'm going to have 3. So I'm going to consider the smallest one. So I'm going to move like this. So now I have chlorine and methyl. Which one will I name first? I told you that alphabetical order. So C comes before what? M. So I'm going to have what? 1 chloro, 2 methyl, then the number of carbon in the compound. Now listen up. So I have 1 chloro, 2 methyl. The methyl is on top of the second one. That's like this. 2 methyl what? 2 methyl. How many carbon atoms are in the chain that I considered? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 methyl was proteins. This is going to be both. 2 methyl was proteins. So the name is what? 1 chloro, 2 methyl what? Protein. This is easy. Let's solve one question. We'll see to my number 8 question. So now let's name this. So the first thing first, I'm going to consider the longest chain. It's also a member of an alkane and there's no double bond. I'm going to solve question on alkene, alkyne, and aromatic compound. Or aromatic compound, naming of aromatic compound will be the next video, not in this one. So now let's continue. So I have number 8. I'm going to consider the longest chain. So I'm going to count which one is going to be the longest chain. If I decide to go like this, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I decide to go like this or like this, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I decide to go like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyhow, the longest chain is not 6, so I can just decide to just close my eyes and go like this. I mean exactly, the longest chain is 6. Right? Exactly. So now I will number them from left to right and from right to left. So I'm going to have 1 here, I have 2 here, I have 3 here, 4 here, 5 here, 6 here. If I number it like this, like I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the compounds or the stuff that are not inside the chain is called what? Substituent. So this is a substituent, this is a substituent, this is a substituent. And luckily for you, all of them are what? Are methyl. This is a methyl, this is methyl, this is methyl. So I have 3 methyl there. So if I have 3 methyl, it's going to take the name to start with a tri. Tri. After I've put in their position, I'll start with trimethyl. That's 3 methyl. You have exactly. So now, am I now going to move from right to left or from left to right? Since I have methyl, Abi. If I decide to move like this, it means that the first methyl, this methyl will be on top of the second carbon. Abi, this second will still be on top of the second carbon. Abi, exactly. By the third methyl, the last methyl will be on top of the fourth carbon. Abi, so if I should add it up, I'm going to have 8. Abi, exactly. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to have 8. But if I move from right to left, the first methyl will be on top of 1, 2, 3 of the third one, of the third carbon, right? The next one will be on top of the what? This one will be on top of the 5th carbon, that's 5. The second one will still be on top of the 5th carbon now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The third one on top of the same carbon, that's 5, right? So if I should add it about 13. So I'm going to consider the smallest one, and the smallest one is like this. So I'll move like this. I understand 8. The total number of their position is 8. While like this, the total number is 8. So I'll move like this. I've explained that to you countless times. So I'm going to move like this. Abi. So now it means that if I'm moving like that, means I have 2, 2, 4. 2, 2, 4. Abi. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 2 for this first methyl, 2 again for the second methyl, and 4 for this third methyl. So I'm going to have, the name is now going to be 2, 2, 4. That's the position of the 3 methyl. 2, 2, 4. This one is on 2, this one is on 2, 2, 2, and this one 4. So I'm going to have 2, 2, 4 what? How many methyl? Trimethyl. Trimethyl what? What's the total number of carbon then? That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 to 4 trimethyl was 6. That's going to be hexane. You can see how simple it is. It's not actually hard. So in this one, I'm sure that if you see this question in your exam, you start to print fast. Jesus, it's too much. It's not too much. Just calm down and analyze it. Now the first thing I'll do is what? Look for the longest chain. How would I do that? If I start from here, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You understand? I can move like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or I can just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anyhow I move, shall still get 7. If I move like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. I'll consider the longest chain. So if I move like this, I'll still get a longer chain. If I move like this, I'll still get a longer chain. So anyhow I'm going to move. So I decided to move like this. Let's move like this, right? It's still 7 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right now, anytime you see a question like this, what I will advise you to do before you attempt to name them, stretch the chain. Stretch is like draw it again. You have to understand. So if I decide to stretch this chain, I'll try to stretch it. I'm going to have something like this. I'm going to have CH3, right? CH3, they're taking the light. CH3, I'm going to have CH, right? There's another CH. Now, in this CH, there's a methyl under, right? There's a methyl under. Now, in this second one, I have methyl here. So I'm going to, since these two are subscripts, and I cannot have two, I'm going to add them up. So if I add C and C, I'm going to have C2, add 3 and so I'm going to have H5. Anytime you have two carbon atoms as a subscript under just one and then in the same side, assuming this one is down, this one is up, you not add them. But if they are down, or up, you add them up. That's if they are subscripts. I hope you understand, and they are together. So I have this one is now ethyl. It's not methyl again, it's what ethyl. So if I continue, I'm going to have CH2 abi CH2, right? CH2, another CH2, CH2. I have a CH here, right? And in this CH, I have CH3 under. And then this one is now is part of the chain. I'm going to stretch it, so I'm going to have what CH3. This CH3 is this one. I stretched it now. So now this is my chain. That is my chain. So the next thing to do now is that everything now is okay, it's now fine like this now. I'll now number them. I'll do what? I'll number them. So if I should number the carbon, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I should number them like this, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I have what? I have methyl, I have ethyl, and I have what? Methyl. Now I will consider the number of their position. Which one is going to what? Give me the smallest number after adding it? Which one will give me the smallest number after adding it? Now I think I need space. Let me clean this upper part. Because I need space. This is going to spoil my bowl. Let me clean this upper part. Just listen. So I have what? Methyl, I have methyl, I have ethyl, and I have methyl. So I can write it down. Just listen. I have methyl, I have ethyl, and I have another methyl. Just write it 2 times. I have what? Methyl, I have what? Ethyl, and I have what? Methyl again. This is why I call this ethyl because it has 2 carbon atoms. Methyl has 1 carbon atom, and so on and so forth. So now I'm going to use this one to consider from left to right, this one from right to left. So now if I'm moving from left to right, what is the number of all their position? The first methyl form is on what? On number 2, right? Ethyl is on number 3. Why this last one is on number 6? So if I should add it up, I'm going to have 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus that's 11 as the total number of their position, right? So but if I'm moving from right to left, that's like this, the first methyl will fall on number what? On the second carbon. That's 1, 2, the second carbon. Ethyl will fall on what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 5th carbon, right? While the next methyl will fall on the what? On the 6th carbon. So if I should add it up, 2 plus 5, that's 7. 7 plus 6, that's 13. So 13. So the total number of the position moving like this is 11. While moving like this is 13. So which one is the smallest? Is this one. So I'm going to move this way. Hope you understand exactly. So now I have methyl and I have ethyl. Which subscript will come first? Which subsequent will come first? I told you that alphabetical order. From E, I have methyl, M, and ethyl. Ethyl is what? E. So which one will come first? M or E? E comes before what? M. I mean A, B, C, D, E. E comes before M. So I'm going to write ethyl first. So what is the position of ethyl? I'm considering this side. The position of ethyl is what? Is 3. So I have 3 ethyl. Listen up. I have 3 ethyl. I have what? 3 ethyl. And now I have 2 methyl now. Since I have 2 methyl, it's the same thing. That's dimethyl. I have 3 ethyl. Now this one is under what? It's under 2. 3 ethyl. 2. Since it's so, I'll join it together now. This methyl. That's 2, 6. 2, 6 what? It's supposed to be a comma here. 2, 6 what? Dimethyl. 2, 6 dimethyl. This 2, 6 means that I have 2 methyl. I cannot say 3 methyl, 2 methyl, 3 ethyl, 2 methyl, 6 methyl. If it's the same thing, you bring them together. Methyl, you bring them out. So that's 2 what? 2, 6 dimethyl. That's 2 methyl. The total number of carbon atom here is what? Is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. That will be 3 ethyl, 2 6 dimethyl what? 7 heptane. 7 is hept. That's going to be heptane. Heptane. So because of there's no light, I think I'm going to stop here. Yeah, I plan to like give like 15 questions, so like 15 questions. So I'm going to be dropping assignments, and then I'm going to do more video. Trust me, I'll be dropping videos back to back. Trust me. This one is part 1. I'll drop part 2. Trust me on that. So if you learned a lot, please let me know. I'll make sure you like, comment, and share this. I'll be dropping questions I want you guys to solve. Thank you. God bless you. Now, so this is the class drill. I want you guys to try this question. Let's see the scholars. Let's see if you understand what we've done so far. Name this compound. Just apply the same rule. You number them, you consider, just apply the same rule. Just name this compound. And remember that the subsequent is going to be what? According to what? Alphabetical order. Take note of that. So I want you guys to name this compound. Thank you. God bless you. And again, the next video I'm going to be dropping, is on what? On naming of alkene and alkyne. This one is naming of what? Of alkanes. Now the next video I'll be dropping out to name what? Alkene and alkyne. And then the last video I'll be dropping out to name aromatic compound. So for now, enjoy your weekend. Thank you.